big prediction released today about the Ripple SEC case, and here is a little hint of the prediction.
It's like buying a Tesla and then suing Elon Musk when it fails to increase in value.
That says a lot. You know, December 5th was a big day because SEC and Ripple filed their final briefs in this multi-year case, this case with Ripple and SEC. And if you're a crypto holder, especially an XRP holder, you are probably watching this case very closely. One person, very notable person watching and tracking this case for years, Jeremy Hogan, he tweeted just a little bit ago, posted the video, legal briefs, the finale. And Jeremy, please say that is not the case and that you're not going to do any more videos. The last briefs have been filed in the Ripple versus SEC case, and it's time for major predictions. Who will win? Watch and find out. And also, heartfelt thank you for your support these last 2 years. Now, this is Jeremy Hogan, and he has a ton of content tracking this case, and he's put so much energy into it. I have not been around as an XRP holder, somebody that has been tracking the case as long. And most recently, I just want to say I'm very grateful for Jeremy and all the work that he's done in compiling all of the necessary information and just delivering such sound content surrounding this volatile and I would say very pivotal case. Before we dive into his opinion, I tweeted this the other day. I said, if Ripple loses the case against the SEC, it will be a massive blow for crypto, and it'll debilitate the ability of the US to lead the world in crypto innovation. Based on comments, it seems people are either very much in agreement with me or very much in disagreement with me. But it really is my opinion. I really think that if Ripple does not win this case, this is going to set a pretty rough precedent for the crypto space, particularly in the United States, and particularly as it regards to businesses building here and innovation growing. It is going to put us a ton of steps back. Let's take a look at this clip from Jeremy Hogan that just almost minutes ago. Check it out.
And remember, I am never wrong. And the reason I'm never wrong is that I always hedge my bets, and therefore my predictions will be based on the likelihood of.
He delivers such valuable content. He brings all of the data into perspective as he gives us his predictions and as he breaks down this case. And that's what we're about to look at. And before we actually look at his actual prediction right here, I just want to remind you all that there's a lot of on the opposite side of what we're about to see happening. Michael Saylor says SEC should shut down XRP and others. Ripple is an unregistered security. It's pretty obvious. It's a company. The company owns a bunch of XRP. They sell it to the general public, but they never took the company public, and there's no disclosures. What's funny is he's obviously has an agenda in terms of Bitcoin and being a Bitcoin maximalist, but everything he's saying there, actually, Jeremy, and I'll put a link below so you can watch this full video, Jeremy breaks down and kind of actually shows exactly why everything that Michael Saylor is saying there is not right. But he's not the only one. Ripple will lose against SEC. Here's another one. According to a recent tweet by Gene Hoffman, Chief Operating Officer at blockchain company Chia Network, the SEC will defeat Ripple fintech giant in the long-running lawsuit. Let's see what Jeremy has to say.
I think there is precisely a 49.56% chance that Ripple wins at summary judgment. A win for Ripple at summary judgment.
So there we go. A win at summary judgment. He goes on.
Because XRP was not sold as a security. Complete Ripple victory. And I think there are two bases for this and possibly a third basis.
So check this out. Here's another clip from the video and probably one of the most notable pieces of the video. And there's many really important facts and points that he makes, but check it out.
The evidence is clear in the Ripple case that there is no ongoing legal relationship between Ripple and XRP purchasers. There's just none. And the SEC has failed to address that problem. In fact, one of the cases that the SEC relied on in its reply brief.
So he's saying there's no legal relationship. They're two separate things. There's no legal relationship between Ripple and XRP holders. So he obviously, and he goes on, so I'll put a link below. He obviously makes his prediction and the likelihood, and he gives kind of a percentage of what he thinks that likelihood is for the Ripple versus SEC case, and he explains it in detail. But he goes on to different things and he explains other potential scenarios. And I think this is probably one of the four that he outlines that we really should pay attention to as well, and maybe at the very least anticipate. Check this out.
And that is my third possibility, the possibility of a jury trial. And although Ripple might be chomping at the bit to try this case, you would not be happy because...
So a jury trial, meaning we don't get the conclusion to this epic story that we want immediately. And he goes on to explain why, if this goes to a jury, this could be rough. Rough for crypto space, rough for XRP holders.
As a trial would not happen until at the earliest the summer of 2023, and maybe even after that. But that kind of is what it is, as they say. Which brings me to...
So imagine waiting, if this happened, imagine needing to go to jury not until the end of summer 2023 or even past that time, just sitting around waiting. It's already been years of waiting. Imagine if that happened. So I think, you can go through all four scenarios that he lays out, but one other thing, and I think he bases a lot of his opinion off of this, relates to Judge Torres. And I just want to show a quick clip of that. So for me, this has multiple layers to it. I have absolutely no education in law. I don't know how the whole system works. I don't. But Jeremy obviously does. And lawyers, they probably get to really know the in-depths and the in-depth characteristics of each other, as well as judges. And so he's seen cases that Judge Torres has ruled on. And he's saying, from his opinion, from what he knows about her, that his opinion is based on what he does know about her, right? So if he's saying that he thinks there's a good likelihood that the Ripple could win, then he's kind of stemming that from the characteristics that he sees in Judge Torres, because it really is case by case. Every judge is different. So I just wonder, I sit here and wonder from just kind of just multiple layers. I wonder what it is exactly. And he kind of touched on it a little bit, but maybe some other things. Exactly what about Judge Torres that he might be thinking this could be a positive outcome for Ripple? That's something that I wonder. Something else, though, I was looking through the comments, and there's a ton of comments. So much support for Jeremy, and many people, it seems, not too happy if this is his last video. But here's one said, settlement January 15th, 23rd. Or 2023, and you can see Jeremy's reply, just fingers crossed. I'm not exactly sure where that settlement of January 15th come from, but it's going to be interesting now to see the speculation in terms of when a settlement or when just the ruling will finally come out. And we're just going to have to sit around and wait. I am very curious, everybody, of your thoughts on all of these different things, and you just go through the headlines and you can see the difference in opinions. For me, especially somebody that doesn't know a lot about the legal workings of everything that's happening, especially as we see these documents released, it's very difficult to read through. I'm appreciative and very grateful for Jeremy Hogan and all the work that he does to kind of offer some clarity to us who have no idea about how the inner workings and the in-depth pieces of this case work. So thank you to Jeremy. And I'm very curious in the comments below if you can give me your opinions. What do you think is going to happen? Do you have a date? What's your prediction of what's going to happen? Do you agree with what Jeremy says in his video? And I'll put a link below. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you. See you in the next video. God bless.